latest developments in the major Archdiocese of Ernakulam-Angamally show that the crisis in the Syro-Malabar Church is far from reaching an amicable solution. As the news spread like wildfire that the Apostolic Administrator, Archbishop Thekinedath, is flying to Rome, possibly with new proposals for the resolution of the liturgical crisis and other controversies, the parish priests and official representatives of all the parishes signed fresh parish-wise petitions and have handed them over to the Administrator. All the petitions read thus: Dear Archbishop Andrews, we've heard that you will soon be traveling to Rome. We, the undersigned parish priest and parish representatives, hereby ask you to communicate to the Holy Father the ardent and firm desire of our parish community to continue to celebrate Mass facing the people in our parish. On behalf of our parish community, we urge you in your capacity as Apostolic Administrator to do everything possible to ensure that the Mass facing the people becomes the liturgical variant in the Archdiocese of Ernakulam-Angamally. The lay leaders from all 16 forains or regions met Archbishop Thekinedath as 16 separate delegations in the Archbishop House on the 19th and 20th of this month. The liturgical controversy is simply around the introduction of a rubric during the Eucharistic celebration. It requires the celebrating priest to turn against the people during the central institutional narrative. Ever since the Second Vatican Council, the priests in the Archdiocese of Ernakulam-Angamally have been celebrating Holy Mass facing the congregation. The practice was introduced by the former prelate of the Archdiocese, Cardinal Joseph Parakatal, who not only attended the greatest ecumenical council in the history of the Catholic Church, but also imbibed its finest spirit of ecclesial and liturgical renewal. The faithful are now asking, when the Pope himself and the whole Latin Church and even the so-called Chaldean Mother Church itself celebrate Holy Mass facing the congregation, and when the same has been a fruitful practice for the last 6 decades, why does the Synod enforce this regressive step on us simply in the name of restoring tradition? One of the leading priests said, "Our church is far from being Syrian. Our church was originally founded by Apostle St. Thomas. The Syrian church came here much later in the 5th century and imposed their liturgical practices. It's a pity that now our own synodal bishops want to impose such archaic practices on us. If other dioceses wish to adopt Holy Mass facing the altar, let them do it, but don't impose it on us." Another priest said, "This liturgical crisis will not be solved unless and until the present practice in the Archdiocese of celebrating Holy Mass facing the people is officially recognized as a liturgical variant. The greatest advantage of this recognition is that it becomes official. Anyone, including bishops, who come from outside to celebrate Holy Mass in this Archdiocese will feel absolutely comfortable to celebrate the official synodal form of Holy Mass." One of the lay leaders, Mr. Vigilant John from Kalamasheri, resisting enforcement of the rubric, noted with sadness, "The Archdiocese has been in turmoil since the last 5 years. The present liturgical controversy started some 20 months ago. We have never been invited for a dialogue. Not even once our leaders are called to have a compromise talk to diffuse the crisis. When the whole church under Pope Francis is discussing dialogue, synodality, and walking together, our bishops, sad to say, continue such autocratic ways. We are never given our own bishops. Even the bishops who come here, as they start loving and caring for us, they're either removed or made to resign without a reason to tell the public. The present step of submitting fresh petitions to the Administrator with copies to the Holy Father, the Dicastery for the Eastern Churches, the State Secretary of the Vatican, and the Nunciature in India is the last desperate move by the faithful in the Archdiocese. In the videos going viral in the social media, lay leaders who come in foreign groups are seen pleading with the Administrator to listen to them. Some are seen warning that they will never allow priests in their parishes to celebrate Mass facing the wall. Most faithful are still hoping against hope that the Administrator will take effective steps to resolve this crisis, which has been stretched all too far, by recommending to Rome to accept Holy Mass facing the congregation as a liturgical variant. Thank you.